This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Obi, I draw my attention this year. I saw it myself. Kwame Usu Donko says, Kweku, I'm sorry, but I need an explanation. I watched a video on Ghana Web where a purported auctioning of your father's belongings. It looked like a high school drama. I don't understand. Can you explain? That is from Kwame Usu Donko. I don't know if you've seen that video.
Oh, I have. It's Kwame.
Yeah.
That video has been circulating.
Kweku, please raise your voice.
That video, it's been in circulation for almost 3 or 4 years now.
Really?
Yes, Uncle for sending me copies. In fact, I think it was my junior brother Kran was sending me the first time. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. But subsequently, and this week, amazing, me WhatsApp. Many people sending with different versions of in some Uncle Khan and Yama. One point, it's authentic.
It's an authentic video.
Yes, it is.
So what does it say?
It's truncated. It's authentic because it happened.
What happened?
They auctioned 8 cabinet ministers were found liable. One by the Commissioner of Inquiry, one of the commissions of inquiry. Maybe for exactly each of them. Was it Anijagi? Access Commissioner of Inquiry. Not exactly, but I don't want to misrepresent, so I have to be very careful. And it was to do with A.G. Leventis.
A.G. Leventis.
That's one handing over war corporate entity to Ghana government.
Yeah.
A.G. Leventis became GNTC.
GNTC.
Check.
Yeah.
Yes, the sale to Ghana government. What the commission's finding, the effect was that there was an extra £1 million or dollars. Again, maybe free, exactly, because I haven't checked the documentation. Was paid, and it went to NADECO.
National Development Corporation.
NADECO was National Development Company or Corporation. To be fair and to be honest with, I'm a student of history and research, and when it comes to those things, you have to do admissions. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to debate or interact with my father himself over some of these things. That NADECO was virtually a wing of the CPP. And indeed, money.
Commercial wing.
Yes, virtual. They didn't state that on paper. But you have to be honest. Yes, that is how it came into being, I think from the 1962 or so. It is sometimes commissions of contracts were paid into. Then they use it to finance party and many other things. You know? So the cabinet ministers who were at that meeting, presided over then by the great Osajifo himself. And don't forget, Nkrumah was not in the jurisdiction. So what they did was they listed the cabinet ministers who were present and surcharged them based on the commission of inquiries. Indeed, they were even sent to the High Court and prosecuted, except that they were not convicted. They said one tongue war properties. Kwame, I was 13 years old. I was an eyewitness to that auction.
So what did they auction? What auction about it?
Kwame, first of all, the day of the coup, soldiers raided the house and took a lot of things away. Cows, goats, dogs, many things. If you see bullet holes still there. Into almost a quarter of my father's properties, assets, and things were stolen by marauding soldiers who invaded the house. But based on the court order, rising from the commission of inquiry findings, these 8 ministers were held responsible
for
the decision of the government, but of the cabinet. And indeed, the 8 of them, they were all present at that cabinet meeting where the decision was taken. This is the price of the GNTC, AG Leventis transaction, so and so. So they were held responsible. And the decision was that one tongue was property. Now, one tongue, almost everything in terms of wash shirt, net trouser, chairs, even personal assets were added to it. And why I say it's truncated now, I was an eyewitness. I was 13 years there about. I was there. And I was politically conscious by then. So, Kwame, you know where the truncation is.
Where?
For the last 3-4 years, I've also been searching, see if I can get a fuller version. GTV cameras were there. There were also some foreign groups like BBC or say, they all came there. It was a big thing. Lebanese man be no name but I was there. Or no your jokes na man also or shouting to the ocean. I said, but where are the children? I want to buy one to make him my house help.
Are you joking?
That's why it's so sad my stepmother is gone, because she was there. Before the man making a man so much show there, Kwame. Hey, no, and I'm not lying, because what was going on was some extraordinary drama. It's in the baby first. My papa those days is not no my bank. Let me track bank.
13-year-old boy.
Oh yes, but the first time I smoked weed, I was 13 years.
Bam, out here.
The big boys took me out there and they gave me weed. I was 13 years. Kwame, and I broke my virginity to at 13.
Nobody's asking you that. Nonsense. Nobody's asking you that. Now this is going to be the new headline. I broke my virginity at 13.
It's a fact.
You are drawing problems for yourself. But let's go into the video. I find it very intriguing.
Before the guy realized, I jumped and held his neck. Hey, the whole place became chaotic. The police had to intervene. The cameramen were taking shots of what was happening.
I'd like to see that part of the video.
Look, they thought there was a lion. The man, some police for now intervened to make a car, me rain. Look, I was mad. And so and that's the man's son. Then the man himself cooled down. He thought he was joking. And he didn't know that one was surrounding him.
They auctioned your father's clothes.
Yes, okay, the people were laughing because they didn't know me too. Many of the people that didn't know who I was.
But then you see that you are a semblance of your father.
But Kweku, who are the other ministers?
Oh yes, Unauthorized.
Unauthorized, then finance minister.
Yes, no. Amwakwata was the finance.
Amwakwata, sorry, yes.
But Unauthorized, who was Speaker of the National Assembly, wannabe.
They auction one time one yama.
Yes. Auction personal items.
Into papa e bad no auction. Also ne shirt, ne trouser.
Trouser, shirts, but I'll tell you one interesting story. There's he's late. I think he's passed on. Asante businessman, no station, both in Laboni too. SK Menu.
Oh, SK Menu, yes, of course.
I must just wake up for that man.
You mean you must get up for him, not wake up for him?
Stand all the things. I salute him.
SK Menu. Oh yeah, then.
Yes.
Wake up in all your fancy casa.
Okay.
No, sorry, but I was wrong.
Me take Kweku.
This man appeared in the house suddenly and was taking part there, ushering, and some of us were shocked. Even my stepmother was shocked.
The SK Menu Suri Yebi.
We didn't know what his mindset was. Including cars and Claymont.
Oh, Papa and the cars?
No, look, my father, you releasing my father. My father was the last senior minister to be released, 69. You were and Papa Waba. Plymouth, and then 2 other.
Plymouth.
Or the linear piano. The old man liked organ. Then we noticed, we realized, because we were shocked. Yeah. But he bought. I'm sure his children may be listening to me. I'm sure Napoleon.
Francis Pogo has narrated this story
to you. He would know.
That's his uncle.
He bought it and brought them back. But others, of course, they came to do business. It happened.
And SK Menu bought.
Yeah, he bought.
And returned. To his eternal memory, we say thank you.
Yeah. And he knew the state of the old man. I mean, I'm not boasting, but if my father wanted, he could have been the richest of all Nkrumah's ministers.
Yeah.
Take it from me.
Nkrumah describing his
I will show you documents. Military procurement, aircraft procurement. Switzerland. He was offered 10% of a £10 million procurement in No, Otrol. Old man just wrote a letter to Nkrumah. I said, this is the evidence. This is what I've been offered. It shows that this subculture is ongoing in the system. I have it.
I mentioned Kofi Baako.
Signed. I'm speaking to you. And it came up in one of the commissions of inquiry. From 1967 and 68, they started the commercialize the film.
Okay.
You know the house?
Of course.
There was a stage in that house. We, the family, lived upstairs. And a strange family anymore lived downstairs. We rent.
Labonia Estate.
Yeah, the Kofi Bako's residence. That's how we survived.
Wow.
We moved upstairs into a blockade, the stairs, door not the baba downstairs.
Yeah.
So that if you are
taking it.
Strangers anymore. But we needed cash. It's in a house there all around, or like a commercial
entity.
And
you mean all around, not around? I'm just pulling your legs, you know that.
And you know, this created problems because sometimes, and you know how access of physical accounts are.
Yeah.
Obutia school fees or not to the NLC. It continued even to the NRC. Or the tro. One day I will show you ejection notices from State Housing Corporation. Change there, if you know was State Housing, it was high purchase. Yeah. All those in Nkrumah ministers,
they all bought them.
Yeah, they all bought some, but that even is another case. Carnation, yes, Kanda. No, Ringway Estates.
Ringway Estates. Yeah.
But not a high purchase over a period. Or defaulting, there were more than 8 ejection notices. There were times at State Housing Corporation from Waba. They were ejecting because he couldn't pay. But that's where my stepmother's father, that is my father's father-in-law. Yeah, the father-in-law. No. You know, he was rich. Yeah, boy. Yeah. He intervened many times. Otherwise, in Chedamifi, by now we shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Wow.
But, I mean,
yeah.
Politics, these are some of the price you pay.
You pay.
Yeah. See, I grew up initially, let me tell you. So I thought the old man was such a quote unquote a bad person because we were suffering. A minister of 18 years standing, arguably the closest lieutenant, but from the early 60, the closest, the most powerful of all of them.
And he's close.
Faithful protege.
Nay, family pressure. What's that? When my old man walks across the street to go and buy kinky and fish, you see people laughing at things. So, and it was embarrassing. Some of my own friends would say, look at that. No, yeah. But as I grew up, then I understood that, okay, he could have made the money, but he didn't. That should be my source of strength. Yeah. I'm telling you honestly. That's where my dedication, my loyalty and everything to him grew. Because if in a meaning matters, there are fine. What is it? He had the chance, he didn't take advantage. So we suffered. But it gave me some source of inspiration and integrity.
Resilience.
Of indictment,
Mm-hmm.
The state versus Kofi Asante Oforata. 2, second accused, Kofi Baako. Third accused, Ferdinand K. Dragoka.
Oh, Mali Goka, Papa.
Yes. 4, Ashford Emmanuel Inkumsa. 5, Kweku Boating.
Reverend Kweku Boating.
Yes. 6, L.R. Abavana.
Abavana down.
Exactly. 7, Osei Owusu Afriye. And then 8, Emmanuel Koblan Bensa. Check out. Bensa.
Yeah.
So this 8, they were present at the meeting where the cabinet
took the decision to go from AG Leventis to GNTC.
Yes.
And they auctioned their stuff?
Yeah, they did. All of them. And there must be video for all of them. Why the last 3 years I've been searching because I just wanted to see whether I could see myself do what I did. For example, the police for number in fact me real.
But Baako,
So fine.
on a light note, Obi say, ask him the lady he broke his virginity with is the lady also captured in his book.
But that won't come in.
Story you've mentioned, your mischievous brother has sobered. Larry Dogbe says the negativity, acrimony, and evil associated with Ghana's politics since Nkrumah has been unimaginable. Interesting story.
See, Kwame, I mean, as a student of history, I tried as much as possible to look at it across the divide.
Yeah.
There were families, and for that matter, children of some people who also suffered under the Nkrumah regime.
Yeah.
So some of those things, that's why I'm not bitter in the sense that my father was key member of an administration people suffered under.
Yeah, CPP. Yeah.
So when you are making yours, you don't ignore the others. Now, Kwame, interesting. Nyama was sending him one member of parliament. Member needing because me need a permission. Okanwa was sending me video, but there was an accompanying narrative. The narrative now, I'm not sparking. Also, look at this young Kuku Baako now. He's now in support of his father's
opponents.
Enemies. One can't opponents, but see enemies. And that kicked me. Inima, who were, and also one away,
School.
you know, maybe they are very clear in our minds.
If you want clarity, raise your voice. We can't hear you.
Mr. Maybe or they are very clear. The 1966 coup was instigated or activated by the military and the police, backed and financed by Western intelligence. There's no doubt about that.
CIA.
Nkrumah has written on this.
There's no doubt. It's documented. There's no doubt about that. The UP in exile had been trying all sorts of coups and conspiracies against the Nkrumah administration. And also, undisputed.
Yeah.
In fact, if you could Google bomb try now, Nini Awo. But the 1966 coup, they were not the planners
Or the
and the makers, executors. They were beneficiaries post the coup. Nyama was set here a commission of inquiry, Center for Civic Education, also even Constituent Assembly when we're coming to the transition. So they were beneficiaries. I'm very honest about that, based on documentation.
Yeah.
The who were you cool? Kutuka or him, Kwame.
Well, he died the following year actually.
And what happened?
He was shot.
Okay.
Counter coup.
General Fifa were him.
Very dead.
Okay.
Highly
escaped. Custodial sentence imposed on him by the AFIC People's Court and ratified by the council. And that sentence was erased by the chairman of the AFIC during the Liman period. You know the story. He signed a document to say there, no, he was not included. But if it's any AFIC member, and I'm not saying there all trial processing was good. That's not the argument. But I'm saying that the third figure, in fact, the main brain of the coup was J.W.K. Halley.
Yeah.
The brawn, that is the muzzle, was the two generals. They were not generals at the point.
They were colonel and major.
And that was part of the corruption of the military system.
Yep.
Revolt in the needless promotions and things. It is a mission in contest. And a color woman there. One will lead the coup. History paid them. Difficult to say what I'm saying because
they got their just recompense.
Yes, and family, it's a difficult thing to say.
I know because their families.
Exactly. And their families think that the fathers didn't have a fair track.
I also believe
this is our history.
I also believe the CPP Nangasani inside or those around Kwame, they were also involved.
No. Wait a minute. That coup, 66 coup, what you can say about CPP for involvement, which is not the right word to use, is that some of them panicked. They panicked and ran away. My country story, Ambassador Hotel. There was a meeting there.
I saw the boom comes now.
I saw the Wusu
Ambassador Hotel, the Presidential Commission was commanded by my old man to meet in order to mount a counter. We were meeting, we were connections here and there. Then a waiter of the Ambassador Hotel, because I was serving. No, sir, Flagstaff House is under fire. Then the chairman of the Presidential Commission, whose name I won't mention, is public record.
But if it's public record, mention it.
Oh, it's not fair.
Nana. Oh.
Also, sir, Flagstaff House under fire. They won't for a
fire service.
A foreigner.
Okay, since you refused, I found the name. Nana Achin.
Nana Achin. That's a Kufi paramount chief.
He was the Kufi paramount chief.
Yes.
And in charge
in
of
the absence of
Kwame Nkrumah, the Presidential Commission.
Nkrumah didn't have a vice.
Yeah, he didn't have a vice.
Presidential Commission.
I saw the Risu Kumo,
but I didn't hear the bungams. Only no grooming or you drew. No grooming, no, okay, the master. You go and Jenny Mrovia Safra.
Mark, sorry, why is that meeting was ongoing, you know?
Yeah.
A white guy brushed into the Ambassador Hotel, baby and old man. Fully dressed in Ghanaian military uniform. Fully.
A white boy.
White man. There you will be were British and
yes. Military
but they are still here though.
Yes, they can then even for training and other purposes. But this one, there were so few there, the Minister of Defense knew them even by face and name. It's when this man rushed in, then the people told him that, what you know, also emergency. Well, directing though, this is the Minister of Defense and the people sitting there. Told Mati, sorry. No, Papa no huna per. My old man was calling him, you know, because on him. But fully dressed, well uniformed. So the guy quickly dodged, he vanished.
I see.
That's why my father was convinced that even in the operational level, some people, there were external elements helping. And his view was that, look, if it was any of the Canadians and the British, who were less than 10, what be filmed also by face, but that's besides the point.
This FM 104.3, good to meet